If you want to make bread, you got to take a bath.
I'm Christina Kuzmich. Life is sticky. Motherhood is sticky. Relationships are sticky. Finances, pressures, judgments, blah. It's all very sticky. And so are my favorite foods. Let's stop wasting time trying to make everything perfect and instead embrace the sticky chaos and still make something delicious out of it. In each episode, I'm gonna give you a recipe to eat and a recipe to live. Life is sticky. Dig in. Let's talk about self-love. For me, the way I self-love myself, is that a thing? Is by hanging out with my lover bread. So let's make some bread. I'm going to show you how to make my favorite rolls from my childhood. Now I know what you're thinking. I can't work with yeast and make bread because I gotta know the right temperature of the water. Wait. Simmer down. If you don't have a thermometer, that's okay. Nobody's sick. I'm gonna show you my well-researched scientific method for making bread. Follow me.
You want to make bread? You got to take a bath. Because you know that perfect bath temperature where it's not too hot so you're not burning and it's not too cold so you're not freezing? That is the perfect water temperature for making bread. Oh, and I hear from moms all the time who tell me they feel guilty taking a bath or taking time out for themselves. Guilty? Are you kidding me? Guilty? Guilt implies you're doing something wrong. And taking care of the most important person in your child's life, you, that's not wrong. That's right.
So, would I take a bath in that? No, that's freezing. That, no. That's my bath. And that's the right temperature. So I'm gonna throw this in. Then we gotta add some honey because yeast loves honey the way I love honey. Add some sugar to your life always. Spray a measuring spoon or cup whenever using sticky ingredients and it's gonna slide right out. And then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of active dry yeast. Hi, baby. We're just gonna mix that up. And you're supposed to let it sit for like 5 minutes, but do I look patient? I'm not. So let's just move on. We got some flour, 2 cups. By the way, if you make a mess, and the flour's like all over, it's not a mess, it's art. It's art. It makes your kitchen unique and beautiful. Honey, you're washing the dishes and cleaning the kitchen today. Okay, and then we're gonna add to that a teaspoon of salt. We're just gonna, I like salty. Measure that approximately. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, because you gotta have some fat in your life, right? All right, and then we're gonna add 1/2 cup of milk. Now you want it at room temperature, so I let it sit out, but that's not 1/2 cup of milk. That's 1/2 cup of milk. If that grosses you out, by the way, that I just drained from here and then poured it, guess what? I'm not making these for you. So you're gonna be okay. All right, and then we're just gonna mix this up. It's called a workout. And guys, if you're gonna eat carbs, you have to work out, right? Get your legs into it. Squats, pop your butt out. I think I have a 6-pack now. All right, and then you're gonna end up with cute little dough. And then you're just gonna knead it some more. In Croatia, where I grew up, we love bread so much that we actually sing about it. Like there's a song that goes, "Pa da mi tvoje usne snene na topli kruh zamirišu," which basically means your lips smell to me like warm bread. That's amazing. So you're gonna knead this until it's soft and smooth like a butt. Not my butt, I'm 41, like a baby's butt. If your butt is soft and smooth, and you're 41, congratulations. I like carbs too much to have a smooth, soft butt. I'm just gonna spray it. And we're gonna cover it so it doesn't dry out, and we're gonna let it rest. Now, my grandmother taught me how to make bread, and what she would do, because bread likes to rest in warm places, kind of like we do. You want a little blanket. So she would literally cover with plastic wrap, and then she would wrap it up like a baby in a blanket. Let's just wrap you up, little baby. To take a little nap, but that's gonna keep it nice and warm. And listen to me very carefully. Look me in the eyes. You need a nap too. Yeah, You know what? Somebody decided that we should put busyness on a pedestal. We should glorify busyness. No. You know what we should put on a pedestal? Naps. I'll see you later. That was a great nap. Not really, there were like 15,000 interruptions, but you know what? I'm a mother. I'll count that as a success. My head was actually touching a pillow for part of the time. But listen, this dough is completely useless to me if it doesn't rest, and so are you. You are useless to yourself and your family if you don't prioritize yourself. So don't ever feel guilty about it, okay? You are taking care of the most important person in your family's life, you. Hi, baby. Let's see what is happening in here. Hallelujah. Guys, remember how I was talking about the soft butt? It gets softer because when we just sit and don't exercise, we get even softer. All right, now we're basically going to, by blanket, by thing, roll it into a big rectangle. I'm gonna use, you can use a rolling pin and be all fancy. Whatever, I don't have time for that. That's an extra dish to wash. Why? Why would I do that to myself? Remember, this is about self-love. Less dishes equals self-love. And now we're gonna make the filling. I have 2 tablespoons of butter, an egg yolk. I'm gonna add some sour cream. And I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of flour. We're gonna mix that up really well. Now listen, this filling is not gonna make it taste like filled rolls, like chunks of filling. It's just gonna make it taste like comfort. If you ever have that moment where you're like, I want my mommy, this is your mommy. That sounds creepy. We're just gonna spread this. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do it the way my grandma did it. This is how my grandma did it. Spread it everywhere. She was a dirty, dirty woman. By the way, get your kids involved. Will cooking with your kids make for a greater mess? Yes, it will. But it'll also make for greater humans, because someday they'll be able to feed you. And then we're just gonna roll it up, almost like you'd roll cinnamon buns. I feel like this dough is flirting with me right now. Dough, I am a married woman. Do you see that diamond? But you know what? Call me later. And you're just gonna pinch the sides a little bit so they don't open up. And then you're gonna half wipe your hands. And then you're gonna take a nice sharp knife. And we're gonna cut them in little triangles. Why? Because that's how I was taught to do it. Now, this is a little messy, but listen, my favorite foods are sticky, they're messy. Here's my theory, actually. The yummiest foods are always messy. Think about a sandwich. A beautiful, perfect sandwich, A messy sandwich where everything's falling out, that's the kind of sandwich you wanna spend the rest of your life with, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of sandwich you're taking home to mama. Then we're just gonna place this on either a grease sheet or parchment paper, and we're gonna bake it on 375 for about 10 to 12 minutes. You can also sprinkle it with grated Parmesan cheese and then throw it back in the oven until it melts. And then we're gonna eat. Hello, lover. Hello, lover. Hello, lover. You guys, these are so good, and they're best eaten warm, straight out of the oven. Will you get blisters if you do that? Yes. Will it be worth it? Yes. Oh my gosh, seriously. I'm gonna have to let you go here because I'm not sure that what's about to happen next is appropriate for public. So if you'll excuse me, I need some privacy. Recipe to eat, comfort rolls. Get the full recipe at ChristinaKuzmich.com. Recipe to live. Take time out for yourself. You're not taking away from your loved ones. You are adding to them by giving them a healthier, happier you.